Alright guys, so we want to give you a look at the HTC Thunderbolt, which is right here in this case. Pretty cool phone. We've been playing with it for a couple weeks, and get it booted up here. Before we get to this, we do want to thank GoToMeeting for sponsoring Bleeding Edge TV. We appreciate that sponsorship, and we actually like the product. It lets you join meetings in seconds, no technical headaches, no need to even get out of your pajamas. You can set up a meeting online, hold as many meetings as you want for one low rate, plus voice over IP and toll-free audio conferencing are included. Head on over to GoToMeeting.com. We have a link below to find out more details and get a free 30-day trial. Here we go. Like we said, very cool phone. It ships with Android 2.2, and it also has it's an HTC device, so it has HTC that's Sense UI built in as well. It's the first 4G LTE phone that Verizon has on their network, and there'll be more coming soon. But if you want a 4G LTE phone right now, this is the one to get because it's the only one available. So there you can see on the back, 4G LTE with Google. Has a little kickstand right there so that you can stand it up, watch movies or whatever. Convenient. And there it's booting up. It has a 4.3-inch WVGA capacitive touchscreen. And there it's finishing its boot up process, picking up service and whatnot. We're here in Seattle, where there is a nice strong 4G LTE signal. Has 8 gigabytes of onboard memory. Also has a pre-installed 32 gigabyte micro SD card, and supports 802.11bg and N. There you can see it's a substantial phone. I mean, it is thin, but it's also, you know, like I said, substantial. That's the only word I can think of. Dual LED right there. An 8 megapixel autofocus camera. Also a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera. Also has Bluetooth 2.1, has GPS with a GPS built in. And all the typical Android things that you'd expect. I'm going to download a broadband speed test. Give you a look at what the 4G signal looks like. And now, broadband speed test, I mean, we're not going to say that's the most accurate test in the world. However, what I can say is that at least it lets you, do a comparison between devices. So there's the interface there. It's retrieving the server list. Okay, it's got the server list and it says begin test. I'm going to bring in my iPhone here as well. So my iPhone, I'm going to pull it off of Wi-Fi. So we're on AT&T 3G and Verizon's 4G. And let me just hit begin test on both of these. So this test here is finished on the Thunderbolt. And as you can see, it got 12 megabits down, 22 up. And then the iPhone's still going here. It got 2.7 down. And it'll probably be about 1.5 up, 1.4 up. So, and again, we're not going to say that these are the most accurate speed tests out there, because obviously it depends on where you are, what you're doing, etc. But obviously 3G versus 4G, you can see that there's a pretty stark difference there. One thing though that you have to put up with when you get a difference like that is this battery is not going to last you for too long, especially if you're using a lot of 4G data or apps or anything like that. basically just data, streaming video, etc., you can only expect around, at least from what we found, 4 hours of battery life. If you're just using it as a phone and, a little data here and there, it'll go longer. But we would definitely, if you're taking this into the office or into the car, get yourself an extra charger for those locations, because you don't want to be, without battery life with this device, because it does suck on some battery. Other things about this, you've got a proximity sensor to, shut off the screen, similar to the iPhone and other devices out there. It has an LTE SIM slot as well. Supports micro USB for sync and charging. Where is that? There it is right there. Which is very nice. It's nice to see a lot of the companies adopting the micro USB as a standard. You have a 3.5 millimeter audio jack on there. There it is. It has a virtual surround sound in there as well. Dual mics for noise cancellation. But obviously, all that stuff you'll find in other devices. And actually, we thought it was interesting because this other HTC device, this one is a Windows phone. I don't know if it's charged up, probably not. But they look very similar. So HTC, aside from the bezel, the screen, the touch area at the bottom, very similar devices. So, they have a recipe that works, and they're going to kind of follow and stick with that recipe. But that is pretty much it. That is the HTC Thunderbolt, the first 4G LTE phone on the Verizon Wireless network. And it also acts as a 4G hotspot, by the way, and that's really one of the key benefits. What happened here? You can use this to tether up to 5 devices. Where's mobile hotspots? There we go, mobile hotspot. So you can share this its connection, its 4G connection, with 5 other devices using mobile hotspot. Very cool, very easy to do. And with the speeds that you saw there, this phone, again, make sure it's plugged in, because you don't want to you lose all your power. But if you want a 4G phone that also acts as a hotspot for your other devices, this is the way to go. That is pretty much it. Tune in next time for more tech news through the eyes of GearLive.com. I'm Andru Edwards.